morning, guys. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a day in the life. I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with these videos. And even this morning when I was making my breakfast, I was watching a vlog by Aspen and Parker, and it was just a day in the life. And I'm obsessed with these videos. I feel like it's all I watch on YouTube these days. But I wanted to create one myself specifically today because I feel like in my vlogs in the past, I've shared a lot of filming YouTube videos, editing YouTube videos, and just basic desk work where there's so much more that goes into being a YouTuber, being a content creator, being a business owner. And I feel like today is just a great day to vlog because I do have 2 podcast interviews today, so it's a little bit fun and exciting. It's not a typical day in my life, I guess you could say, because I don't have podcast interviews that often. I have done, I think, 4 or 5 podcasts in the past, and the last one I did was back in October, but that was when my YouTube channel was just starting to blow up and I really wanted to focus all of my time and energy into my content. So now I feel like I'm at the point where I've got a good handle on my content, and I had a couple of people reach out to me that I was really interested connecting with, not only just talking to them, but also being on their podcast. I think it's a cool opportunity. So I've got 2 podcast interviews that I have scheduled for today. I do need to edit a YouTube video, of course. I feel like almost every single day I'm editing a YouTube video, but I also just want to update you guys on what is going on behind the scenes over here because I do have an exciting announcement. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, that's really where I announce everything first. So make sure you guys do follow me on Instagram. But I've already shared on Instagram the big exciting announcement, but I definitely want to share it here with my YouTube fam in case you guys do not follow me over there. So I've got my blue light glasses here that I'm going to throw on. It's currently 9:14, so I've got about an hour and a half before I need to prep for the podcast interview, but yeah, let's get to editing. Oh, that's hot. Okay. I just spent 45 minutes designing this one graphic for my YouTube video, but honestly, I think it's so cool and I'm so glad I did that. So I do want to say I still use iMovie for editing my YouTube videos, but the one downside to using iMovie is that you can only have one overlay within your video. So when I am creating things, I have to create separate visuals for what I want to do, if that makes any sense. These are all separate visuals that I had to create to make this happen, but it's so cool looking. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at this. Realistically, that's only like a 5 to 7 second clip in this video, and it took me 45 minutes to do, but I really think that those little just details within a video take it up a notch. So I'm actually gonna include that in every one of the videos in this series. So I'm really glad that I took the time to design it because it's gonna get used over and over again. Okay, my first podcast interview starts in actually 7 minutes. I currently have my AirPods in because this is at least my experience from the podcast interviews I've done in the past. I do have a mic right here that is going to be recording my sound. That way they have better quality audio. But what most people like is if you wear headphones or something so that there's not interference in the audio, I guess you could say. So I am all set up, ready to go. So excited to talk to Natalie. Oh my goodness. I have water prepped for this too, because if you're gonna be talking for an hour, you need water. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. I love doing podcast interviews. I wouldn't say it's the most important thing, but I definitely do think it is important. Okay, first podcast done. That was so easy. I love podcasts where it's just a natural conversation. Everything flows and it just makes it so good. But I did set up my studio lights because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a video, like if we were gonna be able to see each other. So I set up my light, didn't need it. Totally okay. So I actually have to leave this out because I've got another one in 2 hours. I'm glad I set a decent amount of time in between. So I'm gonna make myself lunch and actually let's clean up the kitchen. Okay, so the next thing that's on my to-do list, or that I want to get done before my next podcast interview, I feel like I don't have enough time right now to dedicate to editing a YouTube video. I feel like I really just need to be in the mindset of editing, so I'm going to do that after the last podcast interview that I have. But I want to get back to some emails. I currently have 12 emails sitting in my inbox right now that is for collaborations with brands, and this is just one day. So let me explain the big announcement, what has been going on over here. So you guys know that one of my goals for 2020 was to build out my team, and I was really looking to hire a personal assistant sometime this year. My first goal, pay off my debt, then hire a personal assistant so that they could help me with emails, figuring out brand collaborations, and just really up leveling my business. I mean, that was kind of the point of hiring, was so that they could help me with the little tasks that I didn't want to be spending time on, and really those brand collaborations, because I received so many emails every single day from different brands, and it got to the point where it was really, really overwhelming for me to look at all those emails, really do my research, figure out what was a good company to work with, what wasn't. And you guys also know, up until this point, I haven't done any brand collaborations. Yes, I've received free product from brand, like actually this phone case right here is from Burka. They sent this to me, but I have chosen not to actually do any paid collaborations with brands, just because I wanted to focus so much on my content, and I wanted to make sure that once I really dove into that I was working with the right companies that made sense with my brand, and that also made sense to promote to you guys. So this year I knew that it was something that I wanted to dive into, and with all the emails that I was receiving, I mean, a lot of the companies were easy for me to say no to. Like, it just didn't make any sense. It didn't fit my brand at all. But then there were other ones that were reaching out to me that were actually like dream companies that I would have loved to work with, and I was just so overwhelmed that I wasn't responding to emails at all. So what ended up happening is I ended up having a management agency reach out to me. They sent me an email as well as a DM saying that they saw my one YouTube video that mentioned that I wanted help this year, and they thought that hiring on a management agency would be a good way to get help without having to hire an assistant and deal with kind of that paycheck payment process, if that makes any sense. So I ended up getting on the phone with them. Well, no, backtrack. I did a little bit of research, so I took a look at their website, their Instagram. They also have a YouTube channel, and I just took a look at everything, just trying to figure out who they were. You know, I have heard horror stories of other influencers who signed on management, and I just didn't want to do that, you know, and I didn't think that management was going to be something that I was going to dive into in 2020, and it really wasn't something that I honestly wanted to do, because I didn't want to be a part of a big management agency where I was just another influencer to them, and like I would get passed down brand deals that didn't really make sense, or forced to take brand deals that I didn't want to take, and I just didn't think that it was an option. So when this company ended up reaching out to me, I did my research on them first, and then I ended up getting back to them and said, you know, I'd love to hop on the phone, see what you guys are about, see what you can do for me, type of thing. So we ended up talking for over an hour, and it just went so well, you know, and I'm definitely a person where I just believe in like my gut, and I listen to my gut. So after we hung up the phone or stopped the video chat on my computer, I just had a gut feeling that this was the right move for me and my brand, and it was going to be a way for me to hire on help without having to deal with the weekly or bi-weekly paycheck like I was talking about. Because if you guys know anything about management agencies, it is more of a commission-based type of thing. And here's the real kicker here, guys. I just pulled out my hair. Obviously, I haven't worked with brands in the past. I haven't done collaborations in the past, so it's not like I was already making money with collaborations. So by signing on this team, my thought is I only have more money to be made here. Like, this is just another way that I can up-level my business and just scale, you know? So I really felt like I had nothing to lose. So I ended up hiring on, it's a very, very small management agency. I am not comfortable giving their name at this point in time. I have talked to them about possibly coming on my YouTube channel in the future, because obviously I want to create content for you guys about brand deals, negotiating brand deals, working with brands, all of that stuff. You guys know I'm an open book over here, so I want to share my experience with these things, but they are a small management agency, so they do not take on a lot of influencers, and I feel like if I put their name out there, a lot of you guys would be reaching out to them, and they do not want that at this point in time. So I am keeping their name private, as well as I'm not sure how this is all going to work. I just signed them on a week or two ago, so we're still working out some kinks. We are on the phone every single week, making sure that they understand my brand, what companies to work with. They are handling all of my emails, but for every company that's coming in, especially because they're really learning what I want with my brand and who I'm going to collaborate with, or who I feel like is in good alignment with me and my brand. For every company that's still reaching out to me, I need to say, yes, go ahead, or no, this is just not fit for me at all. So I currently have 12 emails from them that I need to go through and see what is going on, what companies I'm actually interested in, or what companies they've reached out to for me or responded to for me. And yeah, it's exciting. You know, it's very, very exciting. And like I said, this isn't something that I thought that I was going to do. I really thought that I was going to hire an employee to help me with this side of things, but having an actual company do it, it's just two people in a company. It's a husband-wife team, and they are so, so sweet, so awesome. I am so excited to have them as a part of my team, but I just didn't think that this was an option for me, and it just really kind of fell into place. So I'm excited to be taking this step. I'm excited to start actually working with companies this year and creating content and just doing all of that stuff, because some of the companies that I've listed out that I want to work with, I've already mentioned organically, and if I can make a little extra money by promoting it in my videos like I naturally would, why not? You know, a lot of influencers, a lot of especially like people on Instagram that are influencers, they will say about 80% of their income comes from working with brands and brand deals, and I have been missing out on that opportunity, and this is hopefully gonna get me to go that way. So hope you guys are excited for this as well. I feel like I don't really know what there is to be excited about in terms of you guys, but maybe just content and stuff in the future, because obviously when I land my first brand deal and I figure out the ropes and all of that stuff, I do want to come back to you guys and share my experience and my knowledge with working with brands, because I feel like that is something that is missing in the influencer world. And I do have to say, I can't be 100% transparent when it comes to working with brands. I know that there are sometimes like NDAs or specific things that I have to sign, so like I won't be able to disclose exactly how much money I'm making, or like some things within the contract. I won't probably be able to do that, but I'm definitely going to work with my team to help understand what I can and can't say, because I do want to be as transparent as possible to you guys. And I just want to help you along in your journey, because especially me, like by myself, I had no idea how to negotiate brand deals, and this team very much so knows how to do it. So I will definitely be having more content for you guys in the future in terms of collaborations, but I have to get back to some emails, and then I've got another podcast interview in 45 minutes. Yeah, of course. So I started my brand over 3 years ago at this point, actually, and I got started as a blogger. I was going to change to put on comfies before I spend the rest of the day just editing a YouTube video, but I decided I really need an Instagram photo. And you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I take all of my own Instagram photos with my handy dandy tripod and remote, and I am that girl that does not batch her content. I just feel like it's just not as authentic. So here I am taking photos today, gonna post today. So let's figure out, I kind of have a vision of what I want, but I'm not sure. I set you guys over here. It is now 5:46. I ended up changing into a bit comfier clothes, and funny enough, the Instagram photo shoot that you saw, I just didn't like it, so I ended up changing it, and I'll actually pop in the image right here, what I decided to go with for my Instagram photo. Totally just wore my painting clothes because I have been designing. Let me actually show you guys. Let me show you. There's no point in me telling you. If you guys watched my Sunday in my life video, Alex and I went to Home Depot and we picked out this piece of wood, and the reason was because I wanted to try hand lettering my own wood signs for my wedding instead of outsourcing it, just as a way to save a little bit of money. And guys, I went to school for art, so this is like a playground for me. So this is what I've been doing, and I actually shared it on my Instagram stories. So I just felt like an Instagram photo with that made a bit more sense. This lighting is just so bad. Made a bit more sense compared to just me doing a cutesy photo that I didn't really have anything meaningful to say. So I ended up taking that Instagram photo. That went live. I just spent a couple of hours actually editing a YouTube video. Of course, I feel like every single day I spend hours editing a YouTube video, but Alex just got home. We're gonna make dinner here soon. So I really wanted to vlog a whole day, which meant making dinner, and this is how I expected this scene to go. But in reality, this is what happened.
All right, what do we do with these?
Not that. The instructions say, ah! Where are you getting unlimited sushi and what did you just hurt?
Can I have a second? I'm going to space!
This is why I can't do my videos. No, that's my job. I do it. I do it. What are you gonna say?
Wow,
I'm sure
this
everyone can tell from the one
is
time
the
that they met
hard part. It's nice.
you. Babe, what would you
It's
do
not
if you had
soft.
your own YouTube channel? Is this what it would be like? Is this what it would be like?
So, audience, do you all think Catherine's
Audience,
weird
do
for
not
this?
call them audience. Oh no, people are judging me so hard.
What is this?
Yeah,
Like
because
crazy
I don't
people.
have skillets. They already know the struggle because of my pancake saga.
But seriously, wait, why can't audience? Is that not?
I feel like that's like disconnected.
Team?
Hey yo, team!
What do we? Got it. Sup, homies?
Audience just feels really impersonal. That is not your job, that's my job. You're fired. It's right there!
Just can't function at all. Not a bit. You got like some dusties on here.
No, no! I'm just trying to clean at your shirt. No, do not, stop it! No, stop trying to show off for the camera. I have no idea what of this footage I'm going to keep because this is just a disaster.
Did you get that?
Oh my god, what are you doing?
Perspective shots.
What?
It's like they're like seeing through me.
But they're not seeing anything.
This is my view.
I thought you said you wanted to get better at talking to the camera, not being weird.
Doesn't it look like there's like a little dot in there?
Oh.
It's like
Is it
inside.
in? Oh. No, it's just a reflection. I feel like I look rough.
Welcome to my closet. This is where my pants go. Pantaloons. Sometimes I wear a tie. Sometimes I wear 146 ties.